I showed her a link, just a simple tool.
All right, good morning, everybody. Rick Gomez on my Thursday, the 29th. Going early, a little bit earlier, going live a little bit earlier today, just to get some minutes back in here. Every share is a gift, every yes is a seed. This business is built. So let's see here. I'm getting ready to take off to Houston this weekend, and so I am just getting ready to go see my brother. Oh, so, good morning, G. Good morning. The pickle. Who's that? Good morning, sir. How are you?
Yes.
Hold that thought. So, ¿con quién hablo aquí? Who's that? Who are you? Abba?
Fine, fine.
Nice to meet you, sir. How are you today? Where are you?
Why are you?
Now, where are you?
Pakistan.
In Pakistan?
Yes. You?
Oh, wow. I'm in Texas.
Follow.
That's
Follow you, follow me.
Well, I'm just waking up and getting my coffee. What are you doing?
You are gifted? You are
I'm
gifted?
what?
Gifted?
Gifted?
Yes. You?
Heck, I don't know. I'm old and I'm learning how to do this thing called TikTok. What's a gifted? Tell me what's a gifted.
Me gifting you. Me gifting you. Okay.
If you gift me, that'd be great. I would appreciate that. I'm learning to see how to work some of these panels because there's so many things to learn. And but every time I get on, I always touch a different space and it does something different. So I'm just trying to learn. You said to go to the
You.
screen and you going to what?
You gifting me. You.
If I can find my gift button here. I don't. So let me see what this is here.
Goodbye. Bye bye. Goodbye. ठीक है. Goodbye.
Oh, there you go.
So,
I don't know what that is, but let's see what that is. I have no clue what I'm doing. I just touch my screen all over.
bye bye.
All right, good morning, everybody. Rick Gomez here from El Paso, Texas, going live on a Thursday morning, 4:22 a.m. A little bit earlier than usual, but not too much. Just trying to get awake. We're a day and a half away from getting out of school, so I think everybody's excited about getting another year under our belts. And let me see what else I'm doing here. So what I really want to be on here talking to is the people that are online or trying to learn new things. I'm a 65-year-old retiree that's learning this new TikTok shop thing and going through it. But I'm not new to other platforms, and I'm not new to learning just in general. I appreciate the hearts and anything you can help me to get out there and get to more viewers. All this gray hair is worth a lot of money, and so I can sort of kind of help you where I can help you learn new things. I can help you take new risks. I can help you solve problems. I'm going to not be taking co-hosts right now. Thanks for asking, Abdul. And so and right now, so what I'm listening to, one of the things that I was noticing that I was spending some time with my AI, Suno.com, AI generated music that I guess I helped create it a little bit. I put the thoughts in, I put the words in, I put the title in, and AI helped me create it, right? And so just give me 1 second. I was noticing yesterday that my system was getting full of stuff, and so I was trying to get it all cleaned up a little bit before this afternoon and this weekend. But so what am I talking about here today? Let me get over here to this, close this. Open my sidebar. So, what I've been doing, well, the music I've been creating is about helping people get the messages. Because, sometimes when we talk like this, people don't listen. Sometimes they listen, sometimes they don't. But they either shut us off or they take it in. And so I wrote a couple of songs about how to, because everybody's different, right? And so I wanted to find out, is there songs that can help me connect with other people? And then, hello, Seven Duck. Kirby, hi, how are you? How's Australia this morning? I appreciate all the likes. If you want, you can share it and you can just tap on your screen and like it. Doing good. Just trying to stay awake. Not trying to get awake. It's 4:30 in the morning here. It's our last day we have a day and a half left of school, so that's a day and a half left of work. Then on Saturday, I'm leaving from West Texas to go to East Texas to go visit my brother. For me, it's 8:30. That's nighttime. Yes, 8:30 p.m. Correct, Kirby? Yeah, I think it's 8:30. And so, hey Guadalupe, thanks for joining. And thank you everybody for joining. Sometimes this thing goes too fast. I'm just like, thank you. If you'd be so kind, I tap your screen, give me some hearts, give me some like this live. Kirby, you planning anything big for the weekend? You got something going on? I know it's only Thursday, but weekend starts tomorrow. Actually, the weekend starts whenever you want to start. No plans. That's okay. Sometimes I like to live by the Hey, I appreciate the rose, Gray Out. I appreciate you. I like to take the day as it comes, right? And so I just, sometimes I don't plan. You have to plan things like this because if you have other things going on, well, you got to plan them. But who else is here? Let's see. I'm not going to have any guests today because I want to stay on topic and stay focused. I guess I've been playing a lot with these songs. I'm trying to write songs or get songs down about taking chances, taking risks, doing new things. Hold on. For people to take business risks. And I wanted to thank you for the rose, Gray Out. And I want to thank my gifters. I appreciate you. Thank you for doing that. Monty MC, thank you for joining us. So where's everybody coming from? I know Kirby's from Australia. Like I said, these lives are new to me. We all have to go through first. So first lives, first conversations, first messing up with your fingers and you're touching up here. I don't even know if this is the best setup, but I know that it's the best setup for me because if I do my desktop, it gets too hot. I'm gonna turn this on here. And thank you, Gray Out. I'll check you out later. I'll be back tomorrow. Something Mac. Monty Mac. Where are you coming from, Monty Mac? MC. What else going on? Kirby. Something came across my feed yesterday about Australia. I guess because I searched it, now all of a sudden I'm getting some Australia stuff that comes across my feed. But other than that, today is I was so tired yesterday. So I had gone to the doctor the other day and to get a checkup and stuff, and of course they always tell you got to lose weight. You have to lose weight. And so and I don't think I eat that bad. I'm just not doing enough steps. I used to do a lot of walking and a lot of running back when I was younger. But now, I just haven't done as much. So I'm about a 6,000, 7,000 a day stepper. And she says, you're real close so you can click in that weight losing, I guess, muscle or whatever. She goes, if you can get up to 10,000, you'll start kicking in the weight loss cycle. And so I just said, okay. So, yesterday I did 10,000. And I told her, I said, I hit 10,000. I get tired. I'm sleepy. And so I slept from, what time was it yesterday? Like 8 o'clock till 3 o'clock this morning. Are you guys on a walking program? Michael, Lewis, thanks for joining. Anybody else like to work out? Scooby-Doo Freak, how are you? Ada Jelly 2, how are you? Lewis joined. Thank you, Lewis, for joining. I appreciate you. Right now, I'm just getting my coffee going, listening to some of my songs from my Suno.com. Hold on. And so writing songs. Hey, not 31. A Seal joined. Ada Jelly 2. Thank you for joining. So I've been talking a lot about these AI generated songs where all you have to do is put in a title, a style that you want the song to be in, and the lyrics, and you can create a customized song. I've been playing and created customized songs for my grandkids, their grandmother, and since I'm involved in the direct sales industry, I've been looking for ways to help train others and get others motivated to take action. Because at the end of the day, we all have dreams and wishes and things that we want to do. And with this new technology, I don't know how you feel about what's going on in the world right now, but anytime there's a disturbance of any type, there's always an opportunity. So, like they say, chaos. The opposite of chaos is opportunity. And if you feel like the world's in chaos, now's the time for you to stand still and take a look around you at what's available to you to take action on. I was gonna put something in here. So this morning I had an aha, and usually when I have an aha, I go to my ChatGPT to expand on my aha, and my aha was, well, let me get this ChatGPT up. I'm going to expand. So I'm typing in my ChatGPT, expand on needs versus wants. And so a good friend of mine, Tom Schreider, and a mentor of mine has a great video on needs versus wants. And so I had my ChatGPT define it for me, ask about it. So needs versus want, because a lot of times if you think about the things that you need and the things that you want, and I need to lose weight, but sometimes I don't want to work out. So, but I mean, let's go see what ChatGPT talks about needs versus wants, the distinction that builds a powerful life. Needs are essentials for survival, safety, and function. Wants are desires that enhance comfort, pleasure, or status. So in the categories, there's physical. Example of needs: food, water, shelter, and rest. We all need that. Example of wants: gourmet meals, a mansion, a spa day. That's a want. Emotional needs are love, safety, belonging. Examples of wants are constant praise, luxury, getaways. Financial: income to cover our basics. That's an example of needs. And passive: to live extravagantly. And spiritual category is, example of needs is purpose, connection, which we all need. And example of wants: recognition, status, and followers. So that's a want. And here it says, for my TikTok content or daily PDF prompts, what's one thing that I thought I needed, but now I realize I just wanted? And it says to use one of the other features that just came on, but also, for my Stan Store, it wants me to add a diagnostic worksheet for my fans and my followers. What does my soul need today? What am I chasing that doesn't truly serve me? How can I truly turn my wants into meaningful goals? And so, have you ever had something that you wanted, but didn't really need? The first time I'd heard that concept, I said, do I want that or do I need that? And that's sort of kind of a way to sort out things that come into your life. Because as things come into your life, you have to decide, Is it something that's on my want list, or is it on my need list? And and then you have to decide. And um, so does anybody have any ideas on how to decide, or how you decide on needs versus wants? I know for me, I like to say that I need to learn skills because I can't help others if I don't have these skills and I haven't gone through the trial and error of getting some of these songs out here, setting up some of the systems that I have, and you know, I was looking at my transcripts. I do a lot of saying I gotta practice on that because I hear it, and once you hear it, you can't unhear it, and then you have to start doing better at completing thoughts, completing sentences, and going from one period of time to another period of time without saying the word So let's see what else I got in here. So yesterday, so talking about 10,000, and I catch myself now counting my So let's have some counters out there. So we were talking about 10,000 steps a day, and I think I talked earlier that I did more than 10,000 yesterday, and I was just super tired when I got home. I fell asleep around 8:30 and didn't wake back up until like midnight, just to turn off the lights and get everything ready for today. And then what did I do? I know I had started a load of laundry, and then I put it in the dryer at midnight, and then I went back to bed and got back up this morning and started getting ready for this live. And like I said, the lives to me are about my progress in practicing, in training, in that. So I'm going to read to you what I was asking ChatGPT about yesterday, and it was about a weight loss plan, because that's the primary driver of everything. You got to get the weight down. And so we talked a lot about building a walking-based weight loss plan that fits your life, energy, and goals. Here's a simple but powerful structure you can follow starting today. A 4-week walking for a weight loss plan. The goal is to burn Okay, thank you, TikTok. So filtering some of my comments to protect the community's experience. Perfect. So the goal is to burn fat, boost energy, and build consistency. The target is 10,000 to 12,000 steps per day, gradually increasing. Bonus is a light mindset reset and optional food tweaks. And so I know that's going to be easier. It's going to be easy to do the food tweaks because at schools, they got vending. That's weird. They got vending machines all over the schools. And so if I get into a snack and I see a vending machine, I look for the healthiest thing that there, but there's nothing healthy in those vending machines. So I tap it and I walk away with a fig bar or something, probably too high with sugar. But what's your go-to quick food? Does anybody have any ideas for some good quick foods? So week 1, foundation week. Goal: hit 7,000 to 8,000 steps daily. It's 2 walks per day, 15 to 20 minutes each. 5 deep breaths before each walk to calm the nervous system. Drink 16 ounces of water after your morning walk. Focus on whole foods, protein, veggies, and healthy fats. Mindset tip: I'm building momentum, not chasing perfection. So originally my ideal, I had started walking 6,000 steps a day as my main goal, because like I said, to me, 10,000 for me, and maybe it'll go away after a while. 10,000 for me just wears me out. I get mentally tired, physically tired. And so, but then I was thinking, it talked about yesterday that you can do 2 walks per day. And I remember when I was in high school, we used to do 2 days. We used to call them 2 days. We work out in the morning, work out in the afternoon. And so I'll probably go to that, because doing that breaks it up, and it's not all at one time 10,000 that does physically wear you out. Drinking the water, I can do that. That's pretty simple too. Week 2, rhythm and reps. Hit 9,000 to 10,000 steps daily. At a 5-minute walk after each meal, 3 times a daily equals a 15-minute bonus. At light body weight movements after the walk, like squats, push-ups, wall sits, just 5 to 10 reps. Avoid snacking after 7 p.m. Excuse me. And walk after dinner to improve sleep and digestion. And a mindset tip. Each step is a step away from that old me. Hey TV, digital satellite, thanks for joining. Shine My CH, thanks for joining. Silly Cat, thanks for joining. We're talking about walking programs. Week 3 is breakthrough. Goal is 10,000 to 12,000 steps daily at a brisk 30-minute morning or evening power walk. Try 1 hilly or incline walk this week. Ramps, stairs, treadmills. Eliminate added sugar from drinks and snacks. Track your steps and weight 3 times a week. So no pressure, just observe. And then mindset is motion equal to emotion. I move to elevate my mood. I move to elevate my mood. Speaking of recording stuff, so I have a walking app that counts my steps when I walk. But I'm looking to get a walking watch, or one of those smart watches for walking. Does anybody have a walking watch, or a watch you can recommend? Because what I want to do is I want to get me a watch that I can use, review, and then use that as my pilot product when I start going live on my TikTok shop. So I'm looking for products also for my TikTok shop, because I want to bring things to the public that will help them improve their lives. Walking is one, water is one, eating is one. To me, having options in ways that you can make income is another way. So thanks everybody for joining. Maria, thanks for joining. Marla, tap on your screen, give me some likes so I can get out to more people. I would appreciate it. And so, that damn I hate saying I'm just gonna make my mouth look quiet. So week number 4, lifestyle lock-in. The goal is 12,000 steps daily if energy allows. Try 1 day with 15,000 steps. Drink water before every meal. Prep healthy grab-and-go meals and snacks like boiled egg. That's what I should do. I see grab-and-go snacks at the grocery store, and I don't grab them. I just go buy them. And but yeah, some boiled eggs, almonds, veggies, I can do that. And I need to just change, because it's all about habits. It's all about habits. All I'm trying to do is better my habits, improve my habits. And to get on here, one of the things that I wanted to do, my habit was not to get up until like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and before I go to work. And so in order for me to do these lives, I had to get up earlier, and that was just a habit. And now I'm on automatic pilot to get up by 4 o'clock. And so it works, if you just change one little thing and just do it for a couple of days, you'll start getting into it. And like I said, there's a lot of places here where I can track my progress, because TikTok does a good live of recording my live. It does a good thing of tracking my people who are on there, how long, when I started, how long I was on for. And so all those to me are reminders that I'm doing the right activities. Every day you have a choice of the activities that you do during the day. So you can either walk, or don't walk. It's up to you. And so if you want to lose weight, exercise, work out your heart, you walk. But if you don't, you don't. You're not going to do anything. And so, so the mindset tip on week 4 was going to be: this isn't a challenge; it's my new standard. And I remember when I had first heard that's the standard word and raising your standards from Tony Robbins, and he says if you want to change your life, you got to raise your standards. And so a lot of times, raising a standard could be drinking more water. Are you drinking more water? I know I don't have to have my morning coffee. I just like to have my morning coffee. But actually, a tip that I learned from on a TikTok reel or shorter video, I put some butter. What's it kind of called? Ghee butter, Ghee butter, into my coffee, and I only have put a little light scoop of instant, and get it going. But just having that little bit of fat in that Ghee butter in the coffee. Thank you, Curry, for those likes. I appreciate you. That sort of kind of suppresses my hunger for the morning, and I don't become hungry again until like after lunch. So it's sort of kind of like a little suppressant. I guess it triggers something in my body that it says, hey, you got a little bit of protein in your body now. You don't need to get more. And it's just funny to me how our bodies know different things about what's going on, right? And so, I'm all about that. The body, well, not like the healthy body stuff, but I'm into now becoming aware of my body, because I can feel the pain in my knees. I was having some hand cramps, but so my brother and I talk about it all the time that we're not 21 anymore. And so we're sort of kind of doing this new awareness of where we're at in our 60s, and so it's it's an awakening, it's a learning, it's a new life for us. Thanks everybody for joining. Your boy Jay, Balls, Cheese, Alt, L, something K. I'm glad this is not an eye test, because I would fail. But thanks for all the likes, thanks for the shares, thanks for the gifts. I'm appreciative of you. So it says bonus habits that accelerate results: fasted morning walking, walk before breakfast, taps into stored fat, protein rich breakfast, reduces cravings, sleep 7 to 8 hours. Lack of sleep equal higher hunger hormones. I didn't know that. So I had always told myself that my body can go on 6 hours of sleep. How about you guys? Do you guys go on more than 6 hours of sleep? Thanks for all those hearts. I appreciate it. Right now what I'm doing is I'm preparing a walking program for myself. I went to my ChatGPT, sort of kind of had it sort of organize what I wanted to do, and then put it into and I was telling it that I usually get tired, physically tired, from the 10,000 and more, and I sleep. So one of the things that's a bonus is that, again, if I make these 12,000 steps, or 10,000 to 12,000, that is going to help me lose weight. So yeah, so there's a lot of things that I have to change that in my mind, and I have to change them in here, because I can do them out here. I just had to change them in here first. So to me, oh, Rick, you're doing 6,000. You're doing 6,000. You're good. You're good. You're good. No, that's not good, because that might have been good back in the day, but now at this point in my life and the goals that I'm trying to achieve and the health that I'm trying to achieve, I got to walk more. And so it's just I have to change up my habits. And everybody, and if you ever want to get something, you have to change up your habits. As I learned, like I said all before, if you want to read all those books, you can read all those books. But now I read them. I like to do stuff online now because it's a lot faster to do. I can type in a title of a book into my ChatGPT. ChatGPT will give me what they call the cliff notes of it, or the high points, and the summarize it. And I know it's not as good as reading the whole thing, but I'm a bottom line kind of guy. Tell me what you're going to tell me. Gerby, thanks again for coming back in. Again, if you want to count yourself in, swipe up, swipe down, get back in, go out, come back in. And so I like to use my ChatGPT to get into my mindset about thinking, setting the day, setting the plan. What am I going to do? So you have to put stuff in your mind from the very beginning in the morning so that you can act appropriately for the rest of the day. Today like I said, everything at school. I'm a substitute teacher. I'm retired. I'm a substitute teacher. And all we're doing right now is taking down things from the walls. We're getting everything ready to give back to the kids so that they can take home. And sometimes it feels, again, it's just a cycle of life. We do that every year. Nam, welcome back. How are you? I'm glad you came back. We're talking about walking and water and just trying to practice me not saying So I'm even that but anyway, I'm good. How are you doing today? I see my number one gifter out there. Damn, I like him. Is there anything that you need? What's on your mind? What's going on with you? No, that bumping Cardi thing. All that stuff is way above my pay grade. I don't know. I hear the words. I hear the music. I'm out here in El Paso, and there's a army base here, and all the soldiers listen to that kind of music. Going to bed, sometimes I feel like I should just be going to bed, but go to bed, make good choices. All night. What have you been doing all night? I mean, what time is it? It's 5:00. And weren't you out on the East Coast somewhere? Damn, aren't you on the East Coast? Or where were you at? Kirby. About 7. Yeah. So anyway, Kirby, again, thanks so much for liking the lives all the way down there from Australia. Kirby's my farthest attendee on my lives. And Kirby, you're special in my world here. Damn, like the life. Thank you too, damn. So this morning, I think I was telling you guys earlier, I've been using my desktop to go live. Now I'm using my phone. And but if you push a button on the phone, it's hard to get out of that button, whatever it was. And so I don't know who I was talking to this morning, but I talked to somebody in Pakistan, and at the time I'm like, well, I don't want to go. I had just started the live, and I didn't want to be in Pakistan. I just wanted to just be talking, because my primary goal on these lives is to get to meet some new people, but also to go for 45 minutes. And if I don't go not 45 minutes, 90 minutes, because that 90-minute live is recorded, and then I get to turn it into a bunch of other little mini clips, and I can put those out there as content. And again, thank you, Kirby and Dam, and everybody else for putting the likes over 1,000. I appreciate you. I was looking at your videos. What do you do? Well, Dan, that's a good question. What do I do? All those videos are about digital marketing. All those videos are about personal development. All those videos are about making yourself better. What do you do, Dan? What are your skills? What are your income generating skills? Because a lot of times people want to make money, but they don't have the skills to make money. And so part of what I do is I have a course out there that I market, and it's about helping people learn the skills, the attitude, the knowledge, the motivation. Because there's a lot of people that want to do stuff, but don't do it, and so it's about taking people from wanting it to doing it. And I try to be a leader so that if I can do it at 65, trying out new skills, new things, then you can do it. And so, because I know there's a lot of people that just come on here and just do the scrolling and all that kind of stuff. And I wonder sometimes, do they want to be? So this is my analogy. All right, Kirby, good night or goodbye. Talk to you tomorrow. Everybody. So I'm looking for a job, thinking about going to trade school and finding a trade or something. That's fine. Everybody's got to start out with something. And so one of my first things that I did as when I was a young guy, I was cutting grass. Something that AI could not do. Cut grass. Yard work. They'll never replace that. And so that's a good point, Dan. Bring that up. Because I've also thought about that. What can AI not do? AI can't do this face to face. It doesn't have, it has a fake face, but I have to think about that too. What can't AI do? And so there's a lot of things that I want it to do that I don't want to do. And if you've never worked in an office, there's a lot of things that go on in offices that they ask you to do that you may not have been paying attention that day in school, so you don't remember how to answer that question. So, so think about it. Think of all the... No problem, Kirby. You're good. So give me some examples of what you think AI can't do or can do. Because now you got me. So let me put this. So I can't think fast enough, but what I'll do is I'll put it in here, and I will do a. No, I don't want to do that. Hold on. So let me see here. I'll ask my ChatGPT, what jobs can't AI do? And so it says jobs AI can't fully replace, deep emotional and spiritual guidance. AI can simulate empathy, but it doesn't feel it. So I can feel, graduating high school. I can feel losing a friend at a young age. I can feel losing a parent at a young age. So I can feel losing both parents. I mean, my dad passed when I was 40, my mom when I was 16. So AI doesn't feel that kind of stuff. So therapists, pastors, life coaches, those roles require human resonance and intuition. Complex human leadership. Yeah, and that's okay. It's all good. I mean, everything happens for a reason, right? It says you can't. AI can't handle complex human leadership because AI can't inspire, unify, or rally people through uncertainty. Everything that we're doing on here is sort of kind of trying to rally people through uncertainty, because you might. So right now, I'm trying to help you, and yes, HVAC, welding, all those trades, you can do them, and those are great. And you're gonna find that as soon as you get there, you're gonna hate it. You're gonna hate it. You're gonna love the money, but you're gonna hate the work, because again, you're not going to be helping anybody. You're just providing a service. You learned a skill to provide a service to a company, to yourself, and those are all. It's all good. But is it really what you want to do? Let's just scratch all that stuff about what you think you want to do. What do you feel in your heart you want to do? What do you feel you should be doing? Damn. Not staying out late all night. That's the one thing you can't be doing. You can't be staying out late. So hands-on trades, physical dexterity, environmental unpredictability, situational judgment are hard to code. Examples are plumbers, electricians, mechanics, and carpenters. So if you want to get work in something that's not AI or going to be replaced by AI, plumbers, electricians, mechanics, and carpenters. Now, AI can help those people do better work because it helps them have to think faster and more ideas. Yesterday, I talked about how if you had, say you were a Boy Scout leader, become a business leader and support my family by myself, but that's what everyone wants to do. But that's okay. Everybody wants to, but not a lot of people come out and do it. So Dan, let me ask you this question. When was the last time, easy to say, hard to do. And that's just life. So one of the biggest lessons that I had a long time ago from a guy that I learned, who is it? Les Brown. If you do what's easy, life will be hard. But if you do what's hard, life will be easy. And so coming on here and just being a commenter and all that, that's the easy part. Go live and start talking to people, that's the hard part. And once you get into that position, because there's people that are in front of the camera and there's people that are behind the camera. I was telling you about my other analogy. There's always people in the audience and then there's people on the stage. Most people want to get from the audience to the stage, but never take that first step to even go back from the back row to the middle of the rows or to the front row. And so it takes a lot to go up to the stage, because the first time you go on the stage, the first time I got onto this thing, I was going crazy because I was going like, there's so many things flashing and moving and buttons and all, and I was just like, so would love to be a streamer, but that's just insane luck. And you know what? I agree with you, but from what I understand and what I know is that in this area, the first part is you're thinking like this. You get too wide of an angle. You got to come back into like, who's that market you're trying to serve? You got to zoom in on who can you serve. And again, because being 65, I can handle the 55, the 45s, the 35s, the 25s. If you're just like say 18, well, you can't sell anything to an 8-year-old. But you can still do things for other age group that you're doing, that stuff that you've learned. Because I'm telling you, if you learn the skills to be a streamer, first off, do you know the skills to be a streamer? Do you know the basics, damn? Or do you just, I see what they're doing, I want to do it? You know the basics? Have you done videos before? Have you done instructional videos on here? Because this is the new YouTube. So create videos on how to get started. How did you get started? You have to ask your ChatGPT how to create the format for your stuff. And then just start creating videos. For the followers will come and all that will happen. So go to instructional. I mean, content is fine, but instructional is content also. So, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of the haters. Don't be afraid of not knowing something, because there's stuff that I don't know, but I sure as hell can find out real quick. Like I said, because I can go into I have my ChatGPT right here next to me, that I'll ask a question, I'll look for the answer. Thanks everybody for joining. Bon. But so the thing is just that you gotta make a list of, one thing that I did, So have you ever done a resume before, Dan? Have you ever written a resume? Your resume? Perfect. Yeah, don't care about what people think. Have you ever done a resume? Yeah. I uploaded my resume into ChatGPT. Have you ever done that? Upload it into ChatGPT and say, pull out what is it that I could add value to others from your resume, and let it see and let it show you, maybe give you a guide of what you haven't even thought about before. And okay, and so what has anything good come out of that? Or do you just do it and look at it and then now what? What do you think should be the next step for you, Dan? Welcome everybody. Cole, Mets Forever. Thanks for stopping by. We're talking with Dan right here about career advice. An old man to a young man. Now, Dan, did you come in late because you stayed out late, or because you were working late, or why did you come in late? And remind me, you are on the East Coast, Dan? Well, if you don't rush, then you're not going to ever do anything. You got to get on it and figure it out and sort fast. Like that job, didn't like that kind of work. Like that work, didn't like that kind of work. So, and I know what you mean because we all did it. And what I'm trying to tell you as an old man is that in your heart, you got to feel something that you want to do. And you're not telling me what it is, because I know you have it, because everybody has it. But when you say it, people will say like, "Well, that's dumb," or "That you can't do that," blah blah blah. And I know streamer's a thing now. But so what do you want? What do you really want to do? Forget about what's out here. In your heart, what would you do? What do you want to do? Are you Are you a helper of people? Are you do you like to tinker with things? Do you like to take? What do you like to do? And you can't make money staying out late, so that doesn't count. Look, there you go, veterinarian. So, and that's cool, because the world's always going to need veterinarians, because the world always loves animals. So, what would be the next step? I mean, what's holding you back from doing that? What's holding you back from being a veterinarian? You can be a vet tech with a 2-year degree or less. Or you can just go over there and just start doing stuff with them and learning from a vet. Do you know a veterinarian in your area? Finishing high school first. Perfect. I was a substitute in a class one time, and this one kid, he loved to cut hair. But he said, I can't do it professionally because I have to be 18, get a license, and have my high school diploma. And so he was working hard to get his GED so he can go start working. And so, are you over 8? Are you close to 18? Are you a junior, senior, sophomore? What are you, Dan? Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining. I'm here talking to my friend Dan. But so again, you can. So if you were my son, like I would tell my daughter, great, and that's going to be a senior, perfect. I know that in our schools here in El Paso, they have what they call a go coordinator or whatever, and it's the person that helps people get scholarships, get some, tells them what you need to do next to get your because there's some programs now where people are getting their 2-year degrees when they graduate high school. And so I don't know if there's a program like that in your school, but there's a Go Center, Go Center, and there's a lady here that helped get like over $60 million of scholarships to the students. And when I heard that, I go, wow, that's impressive. So you gotta first ask for help. Find out, you planted that seed in your head. Now you gotta build up all the resources around it. And so go find out in your high school, because you might be getting out of high school now, but for the summer, during the summer, you could be doing all kinds of different things. And to better your prospects for going. But you have to start doing the groundwork right now. And are you good in biology and all that kind of stuff? Because I wasn't. So that would have been But go talk to your counselors. Those guys know what they're doing, but you just have to, a lot of times, I never went to my counselor. It's almost like not that I was ashamed, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I go, what's he going to help me for? And they always have these tests that you can take to help identify your skills and your interests. And so, have you done any of that, Dan? Again, I appreciate you coming out here because you're asking me for my knowledge and my experiences. Whether you take it, no, man, how come? What? No, man. So, you gotta, it's hard to be able to talk to you when I can't see your face and you can see my face. But the whole point here is that I'm being straight with you. You gotta ask, because asking for help is the thing that we do the least of, but we should do the most of. Because people, the only way to get ahead is to ask. How did you get to there? How did you get to there? How did you get your degree? How did you learn how to use computers? How did you learn how to do this TikTok shop thing? How did you do? And again, TikTok shop, just so you know, are you 18 yet? Are you 18 yet, Dan? Because pretty much you have to be 18 to get into a contractual relationship with somebody to be an affiliate. 17. When you turn 18, because that's when life for you really changes. And just be careful, because turning 18 makes you. Actually, right now you're legal to do a lot of different things. But hey, my daughter's birthday's on January the 7th, so cool. So between now and then, you can be learning up all your skills, because like this TikTok shop stuff, I don't know if you've ever heard about it, read about it, or whatever, but there's people selling stuff out here that are making money from making videos. So, Dan, do you ever go live? I mean, have you ever made videos that we can see, that we can help you, that we can help you with? Because again, you just gotta get your audience right. But so go back to being a vet. If you really want to be a vet, I mean, you can start out doing on TikTok Shop when you turn 18. Promoting affiliate products for animals. There's a lot of things out there for pets, from their clothes, their food, their vitamins, brushes, everything. And you could do something like that. Does that sound like something you might want to do? I'm waiting for you, damn. Anyway, long story short is that at this point in your life, you have to take. So one thing I wish they would have told me is you got to take action on what you want to do, not what you think, everybody else wants you to do. And so. But anyway, just send me a message if you want any more info and what you want to talk more about it. We'll talk more about it offline. Carter, thanks for everybody for joining. Thanks for all the lies. If you have I don't think I would be the type of person to try and make money online. Well, that's the first thing. There's grandmas, grandpas, And again, why you don't think so, I don't know, because there's all kinds out here that are making money. Because everything about selling is just, if you find something you like and you believe in it, there's going to be somebody else on that has the same reason to buy something or is looking to solve that problem. So the first thing is you got to become a problem solver, right? Problem solvers are the ones that make the money because you're always solving problems. The veterinarians solve problems. They solve pet problems. And so you got to get your mindset right, damn. So if you're not that type of person, what type of person are you? Are you a vet type, or why did you choose veterinarian? You're an introvert, maybe. I mean, at least you come out here and you do commenting on online and TikToks. Dinero Camaros Stop joined. Tiban joined. Thank you for coming on. Like my video, share it with your friends. Mason joined. Thanks. Yoshi joined. I appreciate you guys. So El Paso Real Estate joined. Thanks. Hi, El Paso Real Estate. Glad to have you over here. So let's see here. I just have examples in my life that make me not want to go down some of those paths, if that makes sense, of course. That again, you're learning to what not to do. Because you said, I don't want to do that, so I don't want to do that. So that's fine. So that's what you don't want. But if you focus on what you do want, and you keep thinking about your veterinarian, a vet. I want to be a vet. I want to be a vet. I want to be a veterinarian. Vet. You're always thinking veterinarian. Then everything you're going to see out there is vets. You're going to see vets over here when you're driving to school or in the stores. You're going to see pet stores. You're going to see animals. You're going to see more. You're going to see pets everywhere. And so that's going to be you're going to notice that. So next time I come on, I want you to tell me how many pets you saw or animals, if you want to be that vet. But if not, tell me what you see the most of during your day, and then I'll tell you what you're thinking about, because you get what you think about all day long. And so, and again, there's no one right answer. There's probably 1,000 right answers. Sometimes you just have to decide. Again, you just have to decide which path you're going to try. Now, you're going to try and you're going to fail. And you said that wasn't the path that I wanted. And that's okay. Because at your age, you have a lot of time to kill and a lot of time to make mistakes. At my age, you want to make your mistakes young. You don't want to make your mistakes late. Business owners making their families proud is what I see. Okay, great. So, again, you want to be... Are you the youngest, oldest in your family of the kids? I know we all want our parents to be proud of us and our families to be proud of us. And I think, again, not coming in at, what time, wherever it is, what time it was, where you're at. But you got to act that. If you want to be proud, you're the youngest. All right. So if you're the youngest, then why were you just coming? So what time is it where you're at, Dan? Because if you're just coming in, that's a bad thing. Yeah, because I want to say you told me you were on the East Coast. I don't remember where you're at. It's 7 a.m. p.m. Yeah, so a.m. Yeah, so if you're just getting in, because it's 5:30 where I'm at, so I think you're on the East Coast. You're the only one that can make the choice to come in. Yeah, you're in Georgia. You have to be the one that says, because getting up at 7 is a good thing for a student. Are you guys? You guys aren't out of school yet, are you? I don't think so. But anyway, long story short, summer's coming up. You have a chance to do a lot of things that you haven't done, so that when you get, you're out of school already. So that's good. You have a chance to make this summer the summer of change as you go into your senior year. Okay, so I challenge you to make a plan about what do you want to do at the end of the summer. What do you want to be different? What do you want to change? What do you, what do you want to be different? What do you want to be different? Remember, you're young, you can make some mistakes, you can try different things. Like you said, you don't like it that people, you don't care what people think about you. And so that's good. Because I know that, I'll tell you right now, I always tell my friends and people that I know, don't ever let anybody talk down to you or whatever, because if anything, you call me, I'll talk to them. Because sometimes people need that backup. And I said, that's a long list, huh? But don't give up hope, because everything can change with you. Everything for your family can change with you. And it might be that, who knows? We might be at a point where I came on, and I better keep track of my time here because I don't want to get late for work. But I came along at the right time. You came along at the right time, and all we have is our conversation here, right? And so to me, if I'm helping you, like I help my students at school, is all the decisions are up to you, right? Because I only can do stuff for me. I can't make you do anything. I can help open up different levels of stuff that maybe you're not seeing yet. But the better way for me to coach you is to say, look, what do you want? What do you see in your head? What do you see that you want to do that you're not doing? And then what do you think is holding you back from doing that stuff? Because everything starts in your head. And so you want to be able to clear up what's in your head. Because right now, since you're the youngest in your family, you're thinking a lot of thoughts because you're seeing people above you that have gone different directions. And that's the best way to learn too, is learn by example. So you have person A. You could be a parent, a brother, sister, but do this thing. Just don't look what do they do that you like, and what did they do that you didn't like. And I'm talking about work and how they acted and all that kind of stuff. And again, everybody's different, so you don't have to be. There's no right answer because everybody's different. But you have to follow what you feel in your heart that you're supposed to do. Now, did you want to be a vet because that's what your family is? Are there vets in your family and that's the family business, or you just saw that because you like animals? Those are the kinds of questions that I would be asking you, and trying to get to the bottom of what are you trying to do? And again, so let me go back, because if you're in high school, that means you do use ChatGPT, maybe for your schoolwork or whatever, because you've used it some. You have to ask it questions about careers. Ask it, what kind of questions do I need to answer from you to learn more about what my interests are for careers? And it'll give you a long list of questions, and you just answer the questions honestly, because nobody else is looking at the answers, and have ChatGPT help you narrow down a career path. So you said your birthday's on January the 8th. Let me do this one thing real quick. So one of the things that Hold on a second. So, no one in your family's a vet, just the vet that my family has, and is a very successful businessman. It looked like it would be a good route to take. Okay, look. We all started walking because when we were babies, we would see people walk, and I go, I want to do that, and so we started moving toward that. It's good that you already see somebody that's been successful at it. Have you ever gone to talk to him as a 17-year-old and just say, look, I'm thinking about getting into veterinary school or going to this career. What can you tell me about it? Have you ever gone to talk to him about that? Don't worry about that stuff. There's always, as long as there's people trading stuff, and again, think about it. Okay, let me ask my home. Will AI take over veterinary practices? So I'm looking here. It says here, what AI will do in veterinary medicine. Assist in diagnosis. So AI tools can analyze x-rays, blood tests, genetic markers for faster, more accurately than many humans. Think of it as having a second. So AI is going to help you do the job better. Okay? And then automate routine tasks. Appointment reminders, that's not something that the vet does. That's something the front desk does. Billing and insurance, front desk. Medication refills, front desk. Symptom triage via chatbot. Saves times and allows vets to focus on care. So you're working more with pets. Enhanced remote monitoring, wearables for pets plus AI. Early warning systems of health problems. So again, you're doing it because you saw him having, maybe it has a what do you want to call it? It's a good career, good job. But do you feel it? Do you feel like being, no, not veterinarians, but just, yeah, so I know. So you're thinking way broad. And that's good, but you got to bring it back in. You can't think, the first reaction is to think everybody, and that's a mistake. It's not going to have impact on everybody. You got to focus, you got to come back down. Come back down to earth, damn. Come back to earth. Relax. But see, what AI cannot replace, again, AI can support veterinary education, improve decision making, enhance remote monitoring. What AI cannot replace is, again, compassionate touch and comfort. Animals and their owners, they need reassurance. They need to be touched, and physical care. AI can't hold a paw or soothe a grieving pet or a grieving pet parent. It doesn't have surgical skills or emergency response. It can't communicate with pet owners. So I hear you. And again, future work of veterinary works, a partnership. Vets who embrace AI will be faster, more accurate, and less burned out. Because remember, every job has a burnout factor, a burnout rate, because you get so tired. I was going to a dentist over here, and when I would go see her, she looked like she was just like so tired, and she was young. But for whatever reason, she just either didn't like the job or something's going on, because she just always looked wore out. So clinics will save time and money by automating administrative and diagnostics procedures. Pet care will become more proactive and predictive. You know, because pet care is expensive, and so pet care is what people want, but sometimes people can't afford it. So anyway, and I know I've been talking a lot of stuff, damn, so don't get all, I want you to be calm. I get excited about this stuff. I agree with that, but if you love it, you won't be tired of it. You're right. But since you've never done it, you think you love it, but you don't know you love it until you get there. So so I guess your family has a pet because you have a pet and you have a vet. You know, to me, have you offered to volunteer? Have you ever done that? You just need to find that love. Have you gone and asked him for a part-time job this summer? working there at his veterinary clinic, go ask him. See if there's some part-time work that you can do there to help him out. Get some paw holding time. I had a friend who worked at the shelters. They worked at the vet clinics. Of course, it's not a bad idea, damn. I didn't get all these right here for nothing. Come on. I'm kidding with you. But it usually takes a while to do this conversation to finally come out with something that you can say, that's not a bad idea. Go ask to get some hands-on knowledge of the animals, and see if you really like it. Hang out with them. I know that when my brother had a dog, and when we took her to the vet for shots and stuff, and it was great. I mean, everybody loved the animals, and so go try that. Maybe this summer could be the summer that you change, because you'll have an appreciation for the life of a vet. The owner was pretty cool with my dad, who did garage door work. All right, garage door work. That's another thing. I'm telling you. I remember when that first time that spring broke in one of my houses that I used to own, and I was like, now what? Because it was a big go bang when the spring broke, and I called this guy in. I can't remember how much it cost, but I watched him come in, how he lifted it up, and how he locked it in with some vice grips, and he fixed it, and it was cool to see him work. And and you can't do it by yourself. You always have to have another person with you. But again, you're thinking along the right path. And like I said, you have to figure those out for yourself, because and you have to be paying attention to what questions you're asking yourself, because you're going to be able to answer them. Yeah, the customer need a professional. And you're right. But you don't need to be a professional, because there's a lot of people that are already doing it. Because you got to be the first person to you got to be able to know, or you got to be able to be the guy that says, I'm going to call, if he was still there, that's exact line of work I would be in. Into the garage door repair. Because I'll tell you another one. Well, garage door repair, washer and dryer repair. I know right now I had a friend that we moved some washers and dryers because they didn't want to replace them, or they'd already done a lot of repairs on them, so they just wanted to get some other ones. But anything that's in repair, so then do that. Find a place that will maybe help you be what they call the roustabout. Someone that just goes with the workers to pick up after them, to help them move things, to just learn. So there's all kinds of ways. Because again, you're either gonna do and make your own way, or you're just gonna, it doesn't work. It doesn't. No, you got to change your mindset, figure out what you want, and go look for ways to get in there. And since you're young, everybody's looking for help. I mean, and even, and again, if you go in there with the mindset, oh no, I need to make $100 an hour, nobody's going to hire you because you have little experience. So build up your experience, because that's where the value comes in. And if you can get your experience up, then that's where the value goes up. And so on your resume, they say you put together, look at your experiences. What are the things that you've done? What are the achievements? What have you learned? How can you add value to the person that you're going to give your resume to? And so do you speak more than one language, Dan? Because that's also a good thing to know that more than one language. Are you bilingual? So you're just English speaker. So, would love to learn Spanish. So, what's keeping you from learning Spanish? All in Georgia, there's plenty of Spanish speakers. British book. Thanks for joining. SDN number. Thanks for joining. So yeah, so there's nothing from stopping you from learning Spanish. Do you have a TV? Put it on a Spanish station. Georgia has Spanish stations. You have YouTube? Look up Spanish music videos. Look up, Spanish shows. They're out there. Everything's out there. I haven't looked it up yet, but you could probably look up Spanish Spanish veterinary, or let's see, veterinary clinics in Spanish or something like that, and you can probably find some YouTube videos on that. So anyway, so we're talking about helping them or anybody who's looking for a career to figure out what is it you're trying to do, what's keeping you from doing it, and that's because the only thing that's keeping you from doing it is in here. And anytime you have a thing like this, would love to learn, that's in here. No, you either want to learn or you don't want to learn. And if you want to learn, you'll pick up a magazine, you'll go to a store, if you see something that's for free in Spanish, you'll look at it and you'll want to see what the words are. And jokingly, I always tell everybody, get yourself a Spanish girlfriend because they can help you learn your Spanish faster. My friend Jeff, he lives out in California, and he married a Mexican lady, Mexican American, and but he's learned all the Mexican words from her, and so so now I have a guy and as for Jeff, his family comes from Africa, but he was in Georgia too, but now he's out in California, but he knows his Spanish. And so he likes it. So Spanish is a great language to learn. I personally didn't even speak my Spanish until I was later on in life because I went to a school that was basically all English, and that's why I sound like the way I sound, even though I am Mexican American. But the fastest way to learn is to just have somebody to do conversational Spanish with, and again, you could. And you know what? There are Spanish TikTok lives out here. There are people that are doing TikTok lives in Spanish. So instead of listening to me, you got to be listening to them. And I want to say that I think I even saw a live about the ladies were talking in Spanish and sort of kind of like teaching in Spanish. I'm going to write that down because that's look up, since so I told you that TikTok is like the new YouTube. Look up Spanish lessons in the TikTok on the screen, on the search thing, and you'll see tons of videos of people that are teaching Spanish, and you can learn from them. If I were to put in this time and effort to learn Spanish, what would that benefit though? So you're in Georgia again. So one of the lessons that I told in another video was, if you have an extra skill set. So okay, there's plenty of veterinarians, and they all speak English. But then here comes a veterinarian that's an English speaker and a Spanish speaker. So who do you think would have the in with somebody that had a Chihuahua that only spoke Spanish? The guy that only spoke English, or the vet that spoke both? So all of a sudden you've expanded your market because hablamos español aquí. And there's plenty of Spanish speakers there in. I know it's a great answer, Dan. Where do you think I got these gray hairs from? Come on. No, that's the response I want to get from people because, again, you may not have thought about it, and I'm just telling you about it because again, I'm 65, been 55, 45, 35, 25, and yes, I was even 17 once, and I apologize for yelling. I just like to get excited. Anytime I see somebody, that's a great answer. I go, damn right, it's a great answer. I got it right here. And I hope you laughed a little bit, Dan. Did you laugh a little bit? Did you smile? Because that's the main point, that you smiled and laughed. Because I'm all about helping you. Your family is loud. Oh, good, thanks. And like I said, I like working with younger folks because again, the older people like us, they're more into their own problems and things that are going on with them, and they don't look back. And I think, and that's where the kids need us more now more than ever, because they are looking for direction, they're looking for support, they're looking for pats on the back, recognition, some ideas, and again, I've had good examples and I have bad examples, so I have a little bit of both, so I can tell you what to do, what not to do. But you have to figure it out for yourself, because I can't tell you to do one thing. Because have I done anything with animals? No. I mean, I went working one summer with a friend of mine whose dad did roof work. So we did roof work here in Houston when I was living in Houston. No, I wasn't in Houston. I was in South Texas. And it sucked. I mean, that's the last one roof job and the last roof job I ever did, because I knew that I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life. So I'll try it and I'll do my best at it. But, you know, if it isn't to be, it's not to be, because you're going to know, you're going to feel it. I want to do this. This is good. And so to me, one of the things that I want to do is at the end of the day, I want to be a performer, not a performer like a singer, songwriter, but sort of kind of like this, where I'm a teacher, I'm a leader by doing things first so people won't be afraid of them, and I get them. And then I leader, teacher, and encourager. I want to be the guy that says, like I said, it's okay. It's okay to take a step from what you don't know to something different, because that's where everybody learns, is going into that next, the unknown. And so I always talk about that. If you can learn how to master that, how to go from the known to the unknown, that's where you're going to grow a lot. But anyway, Dan, thanks for stopping by. Let's see, what time is it? I got like 15 more minutes. But anyway, so, number one Shelly fan, thanks for joining. Who's this? Holly Berry, thanks for joining, stopping by. Is there anybody out there else that just wants to talk about career stuff and gray hair stuff and where y'all coming in from? I know this morning I already had Australia, had Pakistan, had Georgia. Where else is everybody joining from? I got 6 viewers. It'd be great to be able to have a conversation with you guys. But again, Dan, thank you very much for asking and taking the time to stop by. I appreciate you every time that you come in, and I appreciate your support. Anytime, like I said, I'm going to be out here every morning, Monday through Friday. Take the weekends off. 4:30, well, 6:30 your time, 5:30 Central, 4:30 Mountain Standard Time. And again, if you need anything, just message me directly, and we'll go from there. Okay. Have a great day. Be good. Be good. John Lennon joined. Thanks for joining. Who else is out there? Yeah. So that was a good. Yeah. Thank you, Dan. I'll look for you. And like I said, just go ahead and send me a direct message if you want, okay? And we'll go from there. What else? But good luck, and you got this. Johnny Baker 99. Thanks for stopping by. So for those that are still on, where y'all coming in from? I'm in El Paso, Texas. We are the Thursday, the 29th of May. We're a day and a half away from finishing school here. I'm a substitute teacher, so class is about ready to be over, or the season. And then, let's see, thank you for taking, all right, sounds good. Have a good day. No, so we've been talking a lot about careers, and I've been listening to so what I've been doing on my lives has been coming out here trying to engage with folks, but I'm listening to, and I don't know if you can hear it or not, I tried to get this onto this is my Suno.com channel that has songs in it that I've been writing with ChatGPT, with AI, and then with Suno, who puts a voice to it. And so I've been trying to find ways to help get messages across to people that, because songs touch the heart, they touch the emotions, and that helps them feel what we're doing here. And so this song, Let's Winter Go Home, is a song written for action takers, people that want to take action but don't know what to take action on. And so, if you're this type of person, you're already moving, you're doing stuff, you're not waiting for other people to do stuff for you, you do it on your own. You just want to know what's so good about this thing that we're doing, or whatever you're doing, and you take action. So you're just an action taker. The chorus on this song was, "Let's winter go home, that's how I roll. The top's where I'm headed, I'm playing full soul. Don't sell me dreams, just show me the prize. I see the summit, I'm ready to rise." That's the chorus of that song. What else we got out here? Anybody else? Let's see. Blake, thanks for joining. Or come stopping by. That's a wrap. Thank you. It's TP. Thank you for joining. Let me know where you're coming from. I'm in El Paso, Texas. It is 5:50 in the morning. I'll be on here for about another 10 minutes, and then I'll be calling it quits for the day. I use this 45 minutes to get some content out there, help me create long form content, and then I break it up and create many posts from it. And right now, so I'm listening to my AI music. So Dan, one of the earlier visitors, was talking about how jobs that AI will replace. And so one of the things about AI and music, I was reading about that, is that I have ideas for songs, and all songs starts with an idea. Even with the best songwriters and the worst songwriters, it all starts with an idea, or something that you heard, a little snippet of a word, a little phrase, and you can expand on that. Well, with the help of ChatGPT, I love the old style songwriters. Don't get me wrong, because they knocked it out, but they had their ChatGPT in their head. That's the point. They had a lot of experiences, like I have a lot of experiences, and all those are words that are in your head. And so to get them out, I like to use my ChatGPT to do that. And hold on a second. And so, hold on a second. So now I'm going to go here first. I already heard that song twice. So on my Suno.com, I have a catalog of songs that I've written, and so what it does, it'll go through it, but for whatever reason, it's stopping after every song, so I have to be paying attention. And so this song is about, I just found out a better way. There's a better way. As you get older, and if you're out there that have health insurance, you know how crazy the prices have gone of health insurance, and the coverage has come down, the prices have gone up. And like I said, I just turned 65, so I just got on Medicare, but I wanted to have that. Medicare doesn't pay for everything, and Medicare is not all inclusive. So I had to find a way to get the best plan coverage that I could for me, because I know my health, I know what I need, and so I opted for original Medicare plus a health sharing plan that will take care of the stuff that Medicare doesn't take care of. And so it has a deductible of $1,000 for the year, so that's reasonable for me. So I just go to the doctor and I feel good now because I have a place to go, have something to pay for it. If something catastrophic happens and Medicare picks up a good chunk of it, and they don't, and then the rest of it falls on me, well, it's going to fall on me and my health sharing community. And so, I pay a monthly fee for it, but it's like if you're going to buy a supplement, that's how it works too. What else is here? Let's see here. Hey Gen X, thanks for sharing. I would encourage other people to share because I'm going to be on here for a little bit longer. But starting on Saturday, next Monday, I'll be going a lot longer and more often because I'll be on vacation for the summer, and so I'd like to get more videos out there. I'll be going live. I'm here for 6 more minutes. Right now I'm listening to music that I created through my ChatGPT, my AI. And so we were talking about that. Songwriters get their ideas from anywhere. Your daughter, your baby could say something. Something could happen in your life. There's a... Hold on, let me see. Get this done just a little bit. There you go. So songs come from everywhere, and so one of the things that I told my ChatGPT, I said, I want to get this idea of health sharing out there to more people because it's a community of people that are together, that we share each other's bills, and again, if they qualify. So, but the point is that the only bills that really don't ever qualify are things from like pre-existing conditions. But if it's been 3 months or longer, it's not pre-existing anymore. It's sort of kind of like your cutoff time, and you can come in and just start from zero. Welcome everybody. Thanks for joining. Tyler and Rose. I Love Jesus joined. Amen. Goofy Goober, Cooper Grove. Thanks for joining. I was sitting here. I said I'm on my last 5 minutes, but I'm listening to my chat-generated AI songs that I inspired. That I was inspired by somebody else. I put them into ChatGPT to get some lyrics, and I threw them into Suno.com to create some music. And that's the music that you're hearing in the background. And so so it's a great time to be alive. Where are you guys joining from? Is anybody out there using AI for music or anything to create? I think that creation is where it's at for everything, because all of us have a story inside of us. And I used to work in a cemetery, and I read a book, or I heard in one of my videos was, that cemeteries are the wealthiest, richest plots of land in the town because of all the unfinished dreams and unfinished projects that people die with. And so I wanted not to die, because hopefully all these videos that I'm doing will be out there for a long time to help people be encouraged, take action, have hope. Um, because again, there's somebody out there that has the cure for the common cold, but just is holding on to it and hasn't told anybody about it. And so, you know, you gotta learn some marketing, you gotta learn some mindset work, because you're the only one that can take your idea to the finish line. My idea was about putting some words or ideas into ChatGPT, having it come up with some styles, you know, what kind of singers, you know, folk music, country singers, and then, but then I put it into my Suno, and Suno comes up with this. To be honest with you, the more I listen to them, the more I think they could compete with anything that's out there. And so, and I appreciate a good songwriter, because that's the way we used to do it, you know. But now, when you know, every songwriter to me is limited in their language. They're all looking for that experience, and this song's called "Life After the Circus." I always had this thought in my head about life after the circus after I had worked over 30 years at this company back in Houston. And I said, there's got to be something more after this. And so, yeah, so I left that job after 25 years, because that still gave me time to do something more adventurous. I've had friends, and you know, it's all what you want. They want stability. They want to just be with one company, and the whole thing. That's great. I wanted more experiences. I wanted to see more stuff. I wanted to be, you know, do different things, and so I've gotten that. 25 years is enough of me giving to them. Now, I take my experiences from that. I take my experiences from my entrepreneurial ventures out here. I take my experiences from my learning of how to use this phone to do you know, these lives. So I'm learning, and I'm doing things that are exciting. Like I said, I had a one-on-one with a young man from Georgia, and I enjoy giving back. So to me, you know, anybody that wants to have a conversation about, you know, how I can, if they're feeling lost, or if they're feeling like they don't know which direction to take, you know, I have a lot of ideas on ways that I did it to get to where I'm at. And so, but anyway, with that, all that being said, it is 6 o'clock in the morning out here in El Paso, Texas. And I am going to call it a day, because I need to get ready. We're in our last day and a half of school. I hope that you'll join me tomorrow at 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central, 4:30 Mountain Time for another hour and a half of chatting. Have a great day. I appreciate all of you, and we'll see you next time.